Hello students, in last video we have discussed about matrices and its types and its order. Today we will discuss some important points related to types of scalar matrix. Clear? Remarks. First is we have to find minimum number of zeros. Minimum number of zeros in triangular matrix. Let A is a matrix, as we know that in triangular matrix we take scalar matrix, then number of row must be equal to number of column, that is A11, A12 up to A1n. Similarly, next A21, A22 up to A2n. Number of row will be n, an1, an2 up to ann. Clear? Now the order of that matrix will be n cross n, and we know that diagonal elements a11, a12, a22, a33, a44 up to ann. Clear? Here two triangular matrices are formed. First is upper triangular and second is lower triangular. We know that in upper triangular matrix and lower triangular matrix, number of elements are equal. Clear? So we consider that number of elements in upper triangular matrix is equal to y. In upper triangular matrix there are y elements. Similarly, we consider in lower triangular matrix number of elements will be y. And we know that in principal diagonal number of elements is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to n, that is equal to n elements. Okay, n elements हो गया आपके पास. And total elements in matrix, that is equal to n square. Here, and we know that sum of elements of upper triangular matrix plus principal diagonal matrix elements plus lower triangular matrix elements must be equal to total number of elements, that is equal to n square. We can write down y plus n, that is equal to n square. Simplifying it, 2y plus n, that is equal to n square. Y is equal to n square minus n divided by 2. Clear? So minimum number of zeros in triangular matrix will be n square minus n divided by 2. That means one triangular, either upper or lower triangular matrix elements must be 0 for a triangular matrix. Clear? You can write down here n square minus n divided by 2. That is one either upper or lower triangular matrix must be equal to 0. Clear? Now we have to find minimum number of zeros in diagonal matrix. Diagonal. We know that in a diagonal matrix all elements of upper triangular matrix and lower triangular matrix are equal to 0. That is y is n square minus n divided by 2, and here value of y is n square minus n divided by 2. Then minimum number of zeros in diagonal matrix must be minimum number of zeros must be equal to n square minus n divided by 2 plus n square minus n divided by 2. That is equal to 2 can be taken as LCM, n square minus n plus n square minus n. That is equal to 2n square minus 2n divided by 2. It can be taken out common from numerator, n square minus n divided by 2 cancel out, that is equal to n square minus n. It means minimum number of zeros in diagonal matrix will be equal to n square minus n, that is equal to n square minus n. Clear? Now we have to find out maximum number of zeros in diagonal matrix. Here we can calculate maximum number of in a diagonal matrix, upper triangular matrix and lower triangular matrix is equal to 0. Clear? We can write down it. These are n square minus n divided by 2. Similarly, here number of elements is n square minus n by 2. Clear? In diagonal matrix, we know that at least one element in principal diagonal must be not equal to 0. इट मीन्स प्रिंसिपल डायगोनल में आपके पास कम से कम एक एलिमेंट ऐसा होना चाहिए जो कि 0 के इक्वल ना हो, तब आपके पास क्या होगा, ये मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ जीरोस हो जाएंगे डायगोनल मैट्रिक्स में. तो मैक्सिमम टोटल नंबर आपके पास कितने हैं, n स्क्वायर एंड वन एलिमेंट मस्ट बी नॉट इक्वल टू 0, दैट इज इक्वल टू n स्क्वायर minus 1 is the maximum number of zeros in a diagonal matrix. That will be n square minus 1. That is the maximum number of zeros in a diagonal matrix. Clear? How we can calculate number of zeros? Let number of elements in upper triangular matrix is y and in lower triangular matrix is also y, and in principal diagonal we know that number of elements is equal to n. Here total number of elements in the matrix is equal to n square. We know that y plus n, that is equal to n square. Here if we solve it, then y will be equal to n square minus n divided by 2, and in diagonal matrix maximum number of zeros is equal to total number of elements minus 1, that is at least one element out of principal diagonal element must not be equal to 0. Clear? Now next is equality of matrix. When we can see that two matrices will be equal. Equality of matrices. Let us consider there are two matrices. That is, first matrix is A with elements aij having order m cross n, and B is another matrix with elements bij and order p cross q. We can say that matrix A and matrix B are equal when their order is equal. If m cross n is equal to p cross q, then matrix A and B are equal. Here, what is M cross N? M cross N is the order of matrix A. Order of matrix A. And P cross Q is order of matrix B. So we can say that two matrices are said to be equal if their order is same. अगर कोई भी दो मैट्रिक्स आपको गिवन है, उनका ऑर्डर सेम है, तभी आप क्या कह सकते हो कि दोनों ही मैट्रिसेस आपके पास इक्वल होंगे. ठीक है, फर्स्ट इज. सेकंड, if two matrices A and B are equal, it means their corresponding elements are equal. इसका मतलब क्या है, आपके पास जो corresponding elements हैं वो equal हैं. If matrix A and B are equal, it means their corresponding elements are same. Corresponding elements are same. That is, Aij is equal to Bij for all corresponding values of values of I and J. For example, if we take value of I is equal to 1 and J is equal to 2, that means A12 is equal to B12. It means in matrix A, element of first row second column will be equal to element of matrix B of first row second column. Clear? That means corresponding elements are equal. Clear? By using equality of matrix, we can find out values of corresponding elements of two given matrices. How we can find out? We can see that by some examples. First is, for example, first question is x plus y plus z, x plus z, y plus z, that is equal to 9, 5, 7. Firstly, we can see order of that matrix is number of row is 3 and number of column is 1. Similarly, here number of row is 3 and number of column is 1. That means their order is same, so these matrices are equal. If these matrices are equal, then their corresponding elements must be equal. That means first is x plus y plus z must be equal to 9. Similarly, x plus z must be equal to 5 and y plus z must be equal to 7. That is first equation, second equation, and that is third equation. Firstly, we solve equation 1 and 2. From equation 1 and 2, here x plus y plus z, x plus z plus y, we can write down it is equal to 9, and we know that from equation 2, value of x plus z is 5. 5 plus y, that is equal to 9. That means y is equal to 9 minus 5, that is equal to 4. Y is equal to 4, we can put value of y in equation 3rd. Put y is equal to 4 in equation 3. 4 plus z, that is equal to 7. Z will be 7 minus 4, that is equal to 3. Clear? Similarly, we can find value of x. Put z is equal to 3 in equation 2. x plus 3 that is equal to 5 and x is equal to 5 minus 3 that is equal to 2. Clear? Firstly we solve equation 1 and 2, then we put value of y in equation 3 and put value of z in equation 2. Clear? Here value of x is equal to 2, value of y is equal to 4 and value of z is equal to 3. Clear? By comparing corresponding elements of equal matrices, we can find out the value of corresponding elements. We can take another example. That is a minus b, 2a minus b, 2a plus c, 3c plus d, that is equal to minus 1, 0, 5, 30. Firstly, we compare first element, that is equal to a minus b is equal to minus 1. Okay, next is 2a minus b, that is equal to 0. Clear? Third one, 2a plus c, that is equal to 5 and 3c plus d is equal to 30. Clear? First of all, we solve equation 1 and 2. From equation 1 and 2. We can subtract equation 1 from equation 2. Equation 2 minus equation 1. 2a minus b is equal to 0. First one is a minus b is equal to minus 1. By subtracting, we get b cancel out, 2a minus a, that is equal to a, that is equal to 1. Here value of a is equal to 1. By putting value of a in equation 1, we can calculate value of b. Putting what value a is equal to 1 in equation first. A 1 minus b, that is equal to minus 1. 1 minus 1 in left hand side, it will come and becomes positive, that is equal to 1 plus 1, that is equal to b goes to right hand side and becomes positive. B is equal to 2. Value of a is equal to 1 and value of b is equal to 2. By putting value of a in equation 3, 2 multiply with a is 1 plus c, that is equal to 5. C is equal to 5 minus 2, that is equal to 3. Value of c is equal to 3. Similarly, we can put value of c in equation 4. 3 into c. C is 3 plus d, that is equal to 13. D will be 13 minus 3 3s are 9. D is equal to 4. Clear? Value of a will be 1, value of b will be 2 and value of c is equal to 3 and value of d is equal to 4. Clear? If two matrices are equal, then their order must be same and their corresponding elements are equal. A minus b is equal to 1, minus 1, 2a plus c is equal to 5, 2a minus b is equal to 0 and 3c plus d is equal to 13. By solving these four equations, we can find out the value of a, b, c and d. Clear? Next is find the number of all possible matrices of order 3 into 3 with each entry 0 or 1. We have to find out number of matrices having entries 0 or 1, but order of matrices is given, that is equal to 3 cross 3. Let A will be the matrices with order 3 cross 3. It means number of row must be 3 and number of column must be 3. we know that number of entries are 0 and 1. It means each element can have either entry 0 or 1. That is, first element can be 0 or 1. That means it can be filled in two ways. Clear? Similarly, second can be filled in two ways, either 0 or 1. Similarly, third one in two ways. Next, two ways, either 0 or 1. Similarly, next, that is A2, 2 can be filled in two ways. Similarly, next can be filled in two ways. Each and every element of matrices A can be filled in two ways. Clear? Then total number of ways. Total number of matrices will be 2 multiply with 2 multiply with 2. That is equal to 2 raised to the power 3. Multiply with 2 raised to the power 3 multiply with 2 raised to the power 3. Clear? That is equal to 8 multiply with 8 multiply with 8. That is equal to 512 ways. It means number of matrices will be 512. Clear? Firstly, we know that number of entries is 0 or 1, and 0 or 1 can be repeated. It means first element have two ways to fill that. Similarly, second element also have two ways, either 0 or 1. Similarly, third. Similarly, 2 1, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32 and A33, all elements have two ways to be filled. So total number of matrices will be 512 matrices. Clear? Now next topic is addition of matrices. How we can add matrices or how we can subtract matrices. Next is addition. Of matrix. Clear? For addition, first condition is order of matrices must be same. Clear? First is let A matrices is equal to A I J elements with order m cross n, and B is another matrices with elements B I J with order p cross q. A plus B is possible only when m cross n is equal to p cross q. Two matrices can be added if and only if their order is same. If their order is same, then their corresponding elements are added in corresponding elements. Clear? That is matrix A plus matrix B, that is equal to AIJ plus BIG. Order will be m cross n or p cross q, because m cross n is equal to p cross q. Clear? We can take example. For example, if A matrix is 1 2 2 3 3 1 and B is equal to 3 minus 1 0 3 2, then find A plus B. First of all, we check order of A and B. Order of A is number of row 2 multiply with number of column is 3. Similarly, in matrices B, number of row is 2 and number of column is 3. order of matrices is same, that means A plus B is possible. A plus B is equal to A is 1 2 2 3 3 1 plus 3 minus 1 0 3 2 1 plus 3 2 plus minus 1 3 plus 3. Corresponding elements are added. 2 plus minus 1, 3 plus 0 and 1 plus 2. 3 plus 1 4, 2 plus minus 2 minus 1 1, 2 minus 1 1, 3 plus 0 3, 3 plus 3 6, 2 plus 1 3. Clear? So we can add two matrices if their order is same. Clear? And the order of resultant matrices will be same, that is equal to 2 into 3. Clear? Now, properties of addition of matrices. Properties of addition of matrices. First of all, A plus B is equal to B plus A. That means addition is commutative. Addition is commutative. Second one, addition is associative. Addition is associative. That is, if we take three matrices and firstly we add matrices A and B, then we add matrices C in the resultant matrix. Or if we add firstly matrices B and C and then we add matrix A, then both values remain same. That is, addition is associative. Addition follow associative law. Clear? Third one is additive identity. Additive identity. If we add 0 matrix in A or A matrix in 0, then resultant will be A. Here that represent 0 matrices. Not only 0 but 0 matrix of order same as the order of A. Clear? If the order of A is 2 cross 2, then order of O will be 2 into 2. Clear? Order of A and 0 matrix will be same. Order of 0 matrix and matrix A is same here. Clear? Next is additive inverse. Fourth property is additive inverse. If A plus B is equal to 0, then B is additive inverse of A or vice versa. That means we can say that B is additive inverse of A or A is additive inverse of B. Clear? If A and B gives their sum is equal to 0 matrix, then B is additive inverse of A, or you can say that A is additive inverse of B. Clear? Next is cancellation is possible in addition. Cancellation is possible. That means if A plus C is equal to B plus C, then C will be cancelled out and A is equal to B. Clear? In addition, cancellation is possible. Okay? These are the properties of addition. Next is scalar multiplication of matrix. Scalar multiplication. Of matrices. It means scalar means any constant number. If we multiply a matrix by a constant number, then we multiply each and every element of that matrix by that constant. For example, if a matrix A is given to us, that is equal to 1, 3, 5, 7, and we multiply matrices A by 2, then we multiply each and every element of matrix A by 2. 2 multiply with 1, 2, 2 multiply with 3, 6, 2 multiply with 5, 10, 10, 2 multiply with 7, that is equal to 40. Clear? In short form, we can write down, if A is a matrix with elements A, I, J of order m cross n, then K A will be equal to K multiply with A, I, J. It means each and every element of matrix A. Here K is scalar. K may be any number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, any scalar quantity. Clear? If we multiply diagonal matrix by a scalar, it means diagonal matrix, and we know that in a diagonal matrix all elements other than principal diagonal elements are equal to 0. For example, A is equal to 1, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 0, 3. If we multiply A by 3, that is equal to 3, then it will be 3, 0, 0, 0, 6, 0, 0, 0, 9. It means if we multiply 0 by any scalar, then the resultant will be 0. Clear? So in short form, we can write down K multiply with diagonal matrix, and representation of diagonal matrix is diagonal D1, D2, D3, D4 up to Dn. That will be equal to diagonal K D1, K D2, K D3. Clear? As we know that all other elements rather than principal diagonal elements are equal to 0. So if we multiply 0 by any scalar, then it will give the resultant 0. Clear? So we can write down it in short form. Next, if we multiply any scalar with trace of any matrix, for example, if we multiply trace of A by any scalar K, then trace of Ka will be same. It means firstly we find trace of A and then multiply the resultant with K, or first we multiply the complete matrices by K and then find out the trace of matrix. Both values remains same. Clear? Now we can take some examples. in which both addition and scalar multiplication are used. For example, if A is equal to 8, 4, 3, 0, minus 2, 6 and B is equal to 2, 4, minus 5, minus 2, 2, 1, then find matrix X such that 2A plus 3x that is equal to 5B. It is given 2A plus 3x is equal to 5B and we have to find out the value of matrix A. Clear? Here order of A is 3 into 2. Similarly order of B is also 3 into 2. Number of row is 3 and number of column is 2. We are given that condition 2A plus 3x is equal to 5B. If we subtract 2A from both sides, then answer will remain same, as we know that addition is commutative. Minus 2A that is equal to 5B minus 2A. 2A will be cancelled out, then 3x is equal to 5B minus 2A. X will be 3. On right hand side it will be in division 1 by 3 into 5B minus 2A. That is 1 by 3 into 5B. It means B matrices will be multiplied with 5. 5 2s are 10. 5 4s are 20. 5 5s are 25. 5 2s are 10. 5 2s are 10. 5 1s are 5. Minus 2A. A matrices is multiplied with 2. 2 8s are 16. 2 4s are 8. 2 3s are 6. 0 multiply with 2, 0. Minus 2 2s are 4. 2 6s are 12. That will be equal to 1 by 3 into 10 minus 16. 10 minus 16 that is equal to minus 6. Clear? Minus 10 minus 0 that will be equal to minus 10. Similarly 20 minus 8 is equal to 12. 10 minus minus 4 that is equal to 14. 10 minus minus 4 minus minus plus. Minus 25 minus 6 that is equal to minus 31. 5 minus 12 that is equal to minus 7. Now each and every element of matrix will be divided by 3. Minus 6 divided by 3. Minus 10 divided by 3. 12 divided by 3. 14 divided by 3. Minus 31 divided by 3. Minus 7 divided by 3. Minus 6 by 3. 3 2s are 6. That is equal to minus 2. 3 4s are 12. That will be equal to 4. That will be the value of matrix X. Clear? For subtraction of two matrices, same rule is followed as in addition of matrices. That is, subtraction of two matrices. Is possible if and only if their order is same. That is, A minus B is possible if A is a matrix with elements Aij, order m cross n, and B is matrices with elements Bij with same order, that is m cross n. Then A minus B will be equal to Aij minus Bij order of resultant matrix will be m into n. Clear? And subtraction is not commutative. That means it is not necessary that a minus b will be equal to b minus a. Clear? Both will give different values. Clear? Today we discuss that how we can find minimum number of zeros in triangular matrix, minimum number of zeros in diagonal matrix, and maximum number of zeros in diagonal matrix. And next one, addition of equality of two matrix. Next one was addition of two matrix or subtraction of two matrices. And next topic was scalar multiplication of a matrix. It means if we multiply any matrix by any scalar, then we multiply each and every element of that matrix by that scalar. Clear? You have to sort out the question in your notebooks and write the answer in comment box. Question is, find x and y if x plus y is equal to 5, 0, 2, 9 and x minus y is equal to 3, 0, minus 6, plus 6, minus 1. Clear? How you can solve it? First of all, add both equations. If we add both equations, then in left hand side y will be cancelled out and we get the value of x. Then you can put value of x in any equation, either in first or in second, then you will be able to calculate the value of matrices y. Clear? Thank you students. If you like the video, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get notification for next video.